Hey everyone, welcome back to Game Nations. Not every game finds its moment in the spotlight. Some arrive quietly, overshadowed by louder releases, while others simply never reach the audience they deserve. Yet these are often the ones that surprise players the most, the unexpected discoveries that remind you why exploring a console's library can be so rewarding. Let's get right into our countdown. The Last Faith isn't just another indie action platformer, it's a love letter to gothic horror and punishing, skill-based gameplay. From its first haunting steps through ruined cathedrals to its blood-soaked clashes with grotesque bosses, the game radiates atmosphere and challenge in equal measure. Its combat is sharp and weighty, forcing you to commit to every swing and dodge, while its sprawling labyrinth of interconnected paths scratches that pure Metroidvania itch. The blend of brutal Souls-like mechanics with Symphony of the Night-style exploration feels deliberate, confident, and deeply satisfying. It's not perfect. The difficulty will inevitably scare off casual players, the lore is intentionally cryptic, and anyone looking for something radically new may find themselves pointing out its obvious influences. But those very inspirations are what make it so compelling. It embraces them unapologetically and executes them with style and polish. Blossom Tales is proof that sometimes the simplest formula can still feel magical when handled with care. It wears its inspiration from A Link to the Past on its sleeve, but instead of being a hollow imitation, it adds heart through its storybook framing device, playful writing, and cozy presentation. The sword-swinging combat, puzzle-packed dungeons, and whimsical world exploration hit all the nostalgic beats fans of classic action adventures crave, while the accessible difficulty ensures players of all ages can enjoy the journey. Sure, it doesn't break new ground. The narrative choices are light, the runtime is shorter than a big-budget adventure, and its design sticks close to well-worn Zelda traditions. But what it lacks in radical innovation, it makes up for in charm, polish, and pure fun. Dandara is a rare kind of indie project, the sort that takes a beloved genre, tears out its most basic assumption, and rebuilds it into something bold and surprising. By stripping away traditional running and jumping in favor of gravity-defying leaps across walls and ceilings, it transforms platforming into a constant puzzle of momentum, precision, and timing. That one mechanic alone makes it stand out, but the execution's smooth controls, striking pixel art, and a haunting, surreal world pushes it even further. It's not without barriers. The learning curve is steep, and its abstract storytelling may feel opaque to players who prefer clear narratives. Combat and exploration can sometimes spike in difficulty, demanding patience and persistence. But for those willing to embrace its strangeness, Dandara offers a sense of freedom and discovery that few modern Metroidvanias can match. Golf Story takes what could have been a simple retro-style golf game and turns it into one of the Switch's most charming indie adventures. By blending tight, satisfying golf mechanics with quirky RPG progression and laugh-out-loud writing, it transforms every swing into part of a larger, whimsical journey. The variety of environments, from haunted greens to beachside courses, ensures there's always something new to discover, and the eccentric cast of characters keeps the story engaging in a lighthearted, self-aware way. Of course, it's not flawless. The golf mechanics, while solid, can feel repetitive in long sessions, and some story beats drag their feet between highlights. But these are small bumps on a fairway that's otherwise full of fun, creativity, and originality. Immortal Planet delivers a stripped-down but striking take on the Souls-like formula, swapping sprawling 3D environments for a focused isometric design that keeps every fight deliberate and demanding. Its unique stamina mechanic, where both you and your enemies can overextend and become vulnerable, adds a layer of strategy that sets it apart from its inspirations, rewarding patience, precision, and careful observation. The frozen, desolate world creates an atmosphere of isolation and mystery, while the boss encounters provide the punishing, high-stakes duels genre fans crave. It's not a game for everyone. The abstract storytelling offers only fragments of lore, the environments can feel repetitive, and its smaller scale means it lacks the epic scope of bigger titles in the genre. But for players who thrive on tight combat systems and don't mind piecing together a cryptic world, its design is both rewarding and memorable.
The world will not protect itself. It's your job! The Blast Brigade is recruiting patriots today!
Blast Brigade vs. the Evil Legion of Dr. Creed takes the spirit of a Saturday morning cartoon and packs it into a colorful bullet-fueled Metroidvania adventure. Its mix of fast run-and-gun combat, sprawling levels, and a squad of heroes with unique abilities keeps the gameplay dynamic, while its hand-drawn art and tongue-in-cheek humor give it a bold personality. The boss fights are flashy, the environments are varied, and the whole experience is designed to deliver non-stop energy. That said, it's not without drawbacks. The story leans hard into camp and won't be for everyone. Some pacing dips during backtracking are unavoidable, and the combat loop can feel repetitive in longer sessions. Still, these are minor blemishes in a package that's otherwise vibrant, accessible, and entertaining.
Your lines, please, Jeff.
Oh, all right. Heroes aren't born. They are made. We want you. Enlist today. Save the world.
Welcome to the Atomic Space Age! Yesterday, Mr. and Mrs. Average American dreamed of reaching the stars. Today they become astro citizens.
60 Parsecs is a chaotic blend of frantic scavenging and long-term survival, delivering a darkly funny take on space exploration gone wrong. The opening scramble sets the tone immediately. You've got 1 minute to grab everything you can before blasting into the void, and every choice you make in that panic ripples through the rest of the game. Once aboard, the pace slows into a survival management loop, where rationing food, repairing the ship, and keeping your eccentric crew alive becomes a daily struggle. Layer in unpredictable events, bizarre alien encounters, and plenty of tongue-in-cheek humor, and no two runs play out the same way. It's not without frustrations. Randomness sometimes undermines strategic decisions, and the survival phase can drag if a playthrough overstays its welcome. But the combination of sharp satire, replayability, and high-stakes tension makes it consistently engaging, especially if you enjoy stories of desperation laced with absurd comedy.
Communists, space monsters, pirates, murderous AI, and a pizza from unknown dimension. But you're not alone on this journey. Become a fearless leader, a caring friend, or a supporting tyrant. Can you and your crew survive against impossible odds in a world yet unknown? Buckle your...
Black Skylands is an ambitious indie adventure that dares to fuse genres and mostly pulls it off. By combining open-world exploration, top-down ground combat, and thrilling aerial dogfights, it delivers a gameplay loop that constantly shifts but rarely feels disjointed. Customizing your ship, expanding your home base, and battling rival factions across floating islands create a strong sense of progression, while the pixel art presentation gives the world a distinct charm and atmosphere. It does stumble in places. Balancing between air and ground combat isn't always smooth, missions can grow repetitive, and the story, while serviceable, never quite hits the same highs as the gameplay. Yet despite these flaws, the sheer creativity, scale, and polish make it hard not to admire what the developers achieved.
Now you're mine.
Fury is not a game that tries to please everyone. It's a razor-focused vision that knows exactly what it wants to be. At its heart, it is a pure examination of skill, timing, and patience. Every battle is a dance between precision and chaos, forcing players to sharpen their instincts and master both melee and ranged combat. For those who thrive on challenge, this is where Fury shines brightest. Every victory feels monumental, not just because of difficulty, but because of the emotional weight the game builds around each encounter. What elevates Fury beyond a simple boss rush, however, is its presentation. The vibrant cel-shaded art style, the bold character designs from Takashi Okazaki, and the surreal arenas make each fight feel like a battle taking place in a dream, or perhaps a nightmare. Layered on top of this is a soundtrack that pulses with adrenaline, perfectly syncing with the intensity of combat and creating a rhythm that pushes players forward even when they're close to defeat. Dungeons of Dreadrock 2 is a sequel that understands exactly what made the original special and builds on it without diluting the formula. At its best, it feels like a modern reimagining of the classic dungeon crawler, compact, clever, and rewarding in its design. Every floor introduces something new, keeping the experience fresh and encouraging that just one more puzzle mentality. What sets it apart from throwaway puzzle titles is its ability to marry challenge with atmosphere. The minimalist pixel art and subdued soundtrack work in tandem to build a sense of tension and mystery, making each descent feel more meaningful. The story, while understated, provides an emotional through line that motivates progress, ensuring the experience is not just about solving puzzles, but about pushing forward for something personal.